I'm Mary Lambert, and this is my logo black box session. This is Body Love. I know girls who are trying to fit into the social norm, like squeezing into last year's prom dress. I know girls who are low-rise, MAC eyeshadow, and binge drinking. I know girls that wonder if they're disaster and sexy enough to fit in. I know girls who are playing Russian roulette with death. It's never easy to accept that our bodies are fallible and flawed. But when do we draw the line? When the knife hits the skin, isn't it the same thing as purging? Because we're so obsessed with death, some women just have more guts than others. The funny thing is, women like us don't shoot. We swallow pills, still wanting to be beautiful at the morgue, still proceeding to put on makeup, still hoping that the mortician finds us full and attractive. We might as well be buried with our shoes and handbags and scarves, girls. We flirt with death every time we etch a new tally mark into our skin. I know how to split my wrist to reveal a battlefield too, but the time has come for us to reclaim our bodies. Our bodies deserve more than to be war-torn and collateral, offering this victim as a pathetic means to say, I only know how to exist when I am wanted. Girls like us are hardly ever wanted, you know. We're used up and sad and drunk and perpetually waiting by the phone for someone to pick up and tell us that we did good. We did good. I know I am because I said I am. I know I am because I said I am. My body is home. My body is home. My body is home. Try this. Take your hands over your bumpy love body naked. Remember the first time you touched someone with the sole purpose of learning all of them. Touch them because the light was pretty on them, and the dust and the sunlight danced the way your heart did. Touch yourself with a purpose. Your body is the most beautiful royal. Fathers and uncles are not claiming your knife anymore, are not your razor. Put the sharpness back. Lay your hands flat and feel the surface of scarred skin. I once touched a tree with charred limbs. The stump was still breathing, but the chops were just ashy remains. I wonder what it's like to come back from that, because sometimes I feel forest fires erupting from my wrists, and the smoke signals sent out of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. They're singing. I know I am because I said I am. My body is home. My body is my own. Love your body the way your mother loved your baby feet. And brother arm wrapping shoulders, remember this is important. You are worth more than who you You are worth more than a waistline. You are worth more than beer bottles displayed like a drunken artifact. You are worth more than any naked body could proclaim in the shadows, more than a man's whim or your father's mistake. You are no less valuable as a size 16 than a size 4. You are no less valuable as a 32A than a 36C. Your sexiness is defined by concentric circles within your wood. It is wisdom. You are a goddamn tree stump with leaves sprouting out. Reborn. I wrote that poem actually about 10 years ago. I hated my body. I decided to go on this very, very long journey that I'm still on of self-love and learning how to accept myself as I am and love my body. And if it were as simple as just believing that I was beautiful, I would have done it already. It's been a huge part of my healing because I've been performing it for 10 years. A mantra, a reminder that I'm not any less valuable because I'm, a size 18. This is a poem called Jesus Loves My Crop Top from my book Shame is an Ocean I Swim Across. This poem in particular was a response to, I think it was an editor from Oprah's magazine that said that the only people that should be wearing crop tops are like thin people or like people at a certain weight, and that after a certain size people just shouldn't wear crop tops. And it just angered me so much. So I wrote this poem in response to it. When we were editing it, I was like, can you make this look like Psalms? So I want it to look kind of like a mini Bible. Thanks, God. Jesus loves my crop top. The quote was, "These women need to stop glorifying unhealthy obesity." And that was said by some dickhead. 1, I like my belly button. 2, my belly button does not interrupt your life. 3, why do you hate so much my belly button? 4, is it because maybe someone was mean to your belly button? 5, I'm sorry someone was mean to your perfect belly. 6, you cannot love what you hope your body turns into without loving it for what it is right now. 7, when I was in high school, I obsessively fantasized about taking a knife to my stomach like a bagel slicer. 8, one night I found a website that just had photos of girls with stomach rolls and back rolls, and they were smiling. And I cried because I was uncomfortable and envious of their joy. 9, I used to drink a 5th of tequila and smoke a pack of cigarettes every night. 10, no one criticized my health then. 11, my body is what it is, what it is. 12, the mirror is what it is, what it is. 13, celebrating your body is a revolutionary act. 14, I feel my own self breathe. I feel my organs when I breathe, and when I shower, I feel my skin on my skin. I know that it is mine. I listen to what my body asks for. I put on a shirt that shows my stomach. I wing my eyeliner up and I ride my bike into the sunset, and I will pick wildflowers with my love, and later I will eat Brussels sprouts and maybe a martini with lots of olives in it, and I will do all this because it makes me feel good and because I am worthy of love and cute clothes and happiness. 15, feeling worthy has taken a very long time. 16, I am my own holy revolution. Welcome to the church of my thunder thighs. I'm awake and alive. I've come to wear all of the crop tops that the glittering world has to offer. I've come to dance the shame out of my childhood. You may not snatch it from me like a purse. 17, I win whether I have a mouthful of pretzels or a mouthful of kale. You have not been granted the privilege to know how I consume my world and what makes me most alight in my skin. I will glorify out of my body. I start writing a poem because I'm contending with something, whether it's like a relationship or the world or Trump or like processing years of trauma or being bipolar. The writing is kind of the solution. And even if it ends with just me crying and then writing a really sad fucking poem, that's still the solution. A little, cinder block of healing that I'm able to stack towards joy and stability. I think this is the first time I've ever been as explicit as I am with these specific traumas, rape, with sexual abuse. So like when I'm writing it, it's healing. When I'm performing it, it's more about like radical vulnerability and extending that connection to other people that have experienced that or other people that have a desire to be more sensitive. This book is 100% mine. Like this is exactly what I wanted to say. It's exactly the way I wanted to say it. And I don't really care if it's good or not, but I know it's exactly me. And that feels urgent. This next piece is called The Art of Shame, and I mixed it with a song that I'm working on for my next album. The song is called Blue. It's pretty heavy. It talks about the abuse I went through as a child, but they are all a part of me, and all of those stories, however painful, they don't define me, but they are a part of my journey and how I've gotten to this place, and here we go. to myself and burned the roof. My father a kite string tied taut across yard, circled around my neck. Now I never forget. I'm blue. My mother found a rabid dog and wanted to hug it, wanted to give it all her glorious honey love, wanted to bathe her children in a 2-parent household. But the dog didn't want kids. The dog was screaming in the hallway at 4 a.m., reminding us as often as possible. Maybe being unwanted makes you stronger, I thought as a 7-year-old. Oh, the sheer art of it. How the monster could panic into my body. Sometimes I still hear it in the chambers of my heart, the way some glorious paintings stay with you long after. I am a museum. I must be a museum. The dog told me I was gonna be a slut. No one came over to our house to play. The dog made me write, I will flush the bathroom toilet 75 times. I would have remembered to flush the bathroom toilet, but I started blacking out around then, forgetting basic things, started praying that Oprah would save us all. So I took snapshots with my memory, hoping there would be some kind of justice for the psycho warfare that is more fear than breaking. The teachers at the daycare offered apology eyes and extra sequins for the art project the day after the dog chased me around each room because I forgot where my other shoe was. When you are a child and your mind is panicked like a fire alarm at all times, you lose the ability to remember simple things. I haven't lost a personal item in months. Do not laugh when I say this is a victory. Shame is an ocean I swim across. Sometimes I call it drowning. Sometimes I call it Moses. Sometimes I say good morning and sway to its murky dirge. Sometimes I win and cut off its crest with a pink machete. Sometimes I want to fuck it and marry it and kill it all at the same time. Sometimes I spend my whole day apologizing on shame's behalf. Sometimes I think it must be an art form to feel this bad. Sometimes I win and outrun all of its psycho history. Other days I repeat the language from my child mouth while beating my head against a wall. All the time I am forgiven. My heart imagined how big and how blue. Not enough space here, I forgot about you. Take my words, take my nouns. I'm not a person, a place, or a thing. I'm just blue. Thank you.